Maybe this was just a naive outlook on life, but I didn't realize how hard being in your 20s would be. I have been someone who would just go with the flow and not really worry about every little thing. But as I got older and progressed and experienced life, that changed. The past year and a half has really been a learning curve for me. I've learned a lot about myself, about friendships, about career, and I just thought that I could share what I'm experiencing and what I'm feeling, and maybe someone out there feels the same, because it's tough. It's tough out here figuring out life and figuring out how to navigate it. I literally have a list in my notebook of all of the areas in my life that I want to work on. I've been focused a lot on career, so I thought maybe that could be my start to this series. In your 20s, for most of us, you don't really know what you want to do with the rest of your life. It could be hard coming out of college trying to find a job, because that was a struggle for me. I thought that I would share my experience with career and how I'm navigating it, because I'm currently in a field that I did not think I would be in at all. And I think that's another thing, is that if you go into school starting a degree, finishing with that degree, you may not get a job in that field. Sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. And even as I continued to work this job and pursue my own side hobbies, I realized that my passion has nothing to do with what I went to school for. So it's okay to not have that figured out, and it's okay to be working on the side towards something else that you want. If you are coming out of college, about to graduate, or looking for a job, I learned this from one of my professors, and it worked for me getting my first job, and it is to write out like 10 companies that you would want to work at, and then go on LinkedIn and search up 5 people from each company. Maybe search up someone who's working in an entry-level position, someone who's working in a position you want to work in, or someone who is working in a higher up position. Just find 5 people from each company and message them. Ask them a question about how they got to where they are, what they like about the company that they're working at. Just ask them for advice and use it as a connection to learn, and then you can offer your services. I think networking has like a weird stigma around it, because it feels like you are looking for something out of someone else. But if you look at it from the perspective of what you have to offer them, then it's like quid pro quo type of thing, and it doesn't have to be so awkward. I was also naive, because in my head I was like, my first job is gonna be my dream job. I'm gonna be at the top of the ladder. Like, I don't know, I just have an ambitious mind, and that's what I thought. Don't be discouraged if your first job is not your dream job, because it most likely will not be. It's just a stepping stone to get you to where you want to be. So don't get caught up if you're not enjoying what you're doing, or you think you're gonna be stuck in this position forever, because I guarantee you will not be. We're still young, we're still growing, and we're still trying to figure out what we like. So it's okay to do this job, and then also ask to experiment with a different position, or even taking time on the side to take classes or watch YouTube videos, or even ask people in different fields or different positions at your company like what they like about it, because I think now more than ever is the perfect time to grow and just kind of like absorb knowledge from anywhere you can get it. That's my viewpoint, because personally I'm in a position that I never thought I would be in, and it's not something that I like am passionate about. It's just kind of a stepping stone for me to look at other positions in the company, network with people in the company too, and talk to them about their position, try and learn as much as I can. Which leads me to my next step, and that is to try different jobs. If you are in college and are interning or looking for an internship, don't do 4 internships back to back that are exactly the same position. That's something I regret, and it was that I did the exact same position for every single job I've had before this one, and it didn't really allow me to see other career paths. It just kind of like tunnel visioned me into one area that I didn't even end up going into. But I think if you have the opportunity, just try as many jobs as possible and see what you like, so that you can start working from there and work your way up. I had no idea that I was interested in film and videography or anything to do with that industry until I saw what the producers at Sol de Janeiro do. I don't want to be a producer, but I saw that world open up to me where I can do other things and like create stories through film or like photo. That is my passion. So I think just experiencing as many different job positions as you can, either through your own eyes or through someone else, is so valuable. My last tip is to just find a side hobby. Even if you're in a position at a company that you love, I think having a thing outside of work that you can go to kind of like clear your mind and release the day in a way that makes you happy is very important, because you may be in a job that you are not creatively fulfilled, or it's just kind of a job that you have to get through the day and then this is like what you look forward to after. I think also like having a side hobby expands your viewpoint on the world, expands your perspective, and expands your knowledge. And also like today, you never know, your side hobby or your side passion could become a career. Like I think today you can make anything into a career, so who knows, but I think it's good to just have that like in your back pocket just in case. A huge thing I see on social media and just kind of like over romanticized, which shouldn't be, is hustle culture. I can't tell you how many days I've spent literally sick because I cannot sit and do nothing. I felt that I had to continuously be slaving away, working on my side projects, working on whatever I can get my hands on, because I thought that was how I'd advance. And it is such a lie. I would literally work myself sick and then I wouldn't be able to do anything. My head would be clouded with guilt thoughts of I'm not working hard enough, this is why I'm not getting anywhere. And it's such a toxic mindset to put yourself in. Once I started taking a step back and doing more things for myself, doing more like self-care, resting more, pouring my energy into friends, into my relationship, into any other bucket besides work, and I had that like thinking time to really clear my head and think about what I wanted, the answers come so much easier than when you're sitting there trying to constantly force it. This lesson is something that I have to repeat over and over in my head daily, because I constantly want to be doing more, but I know that that is not the solution. Yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't work hard, because hard work is how you get to where you want to be. Like things aren't just gonna magically appear, but I think the idea and the meaning behind hard work has gotten lost. I think hard work has suddenly turned into choosing work over friends, choosing work over health constantly, and I think that that's not the right mindset. I think hard work means blocking out however many hours a day and sitting there and focusing on your work and getting it done, and then having time for yourself, as opposed to just blocking out entire weeks and forgetting everything else on your schedule for the sake of working just to work. All of this to say are that there are so many roads available to you. It doesn't have to be one single thing. You can work one job and then have a side hobby, or you can work hard and work up towards your dream job. Everyone's path is different. I just want to make the point that no matter what stage you're at right now, you are not stuck. You can move, you can grow. We are still young, and it's important not to pigeonhole yourself, because you can literally do anything you want, and that's something that I'm trying to remind myself of. So that is my spiel on career. Thanks for watching.